Hello students, till now we have discussed about the linear pair of angles and vertically opposite angles, and we have solved some questions based on all those relations. Okay, today we are going to start the next topic, which is the relation of parallel lines, or we can say results on parallel lines. What are different types of angles when two parallel lines are given and the parallel line is cut by a transversal? So first let us know what is a parallel line. What are parallel lines? Two lines in a plane which never intersect each other. Two such lines which will never intersect each other are called parallel lines. If we extend both the lines on both the side, on right hand side as well as left hand side, and if we extend both the lines up to infinity, we go on increasing this line up to infinity, this line also up to infinity, and if these two lines never intersect each other, then these lines are called parallel lines. Okay, and one term is there which is known as transversal. So what is transversal? Transversal is a line which cuts two given parallel lines. Suppose these are two lines AB and CD. So we have given two parallel lines AB parallel to CD. These are parallel line. We will denote parallel line by this symbol AB parallel to CD. And let us consider this is PQ, where PQ is transversal. PQ is called transversal. So what is transversal? Transversal is that line which cuts two parallel lines. Okay, the line which is cutting two parallel lines, that particular line is known as transversal. Okay, now we are going to start some angles. What are different types of angles which will be formed after the cutting of transversal? So let us consider, let this angle be angle 1, then this angle 2, 3 and 4. Let this be 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we have considered different angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what are different types of angles when two parallel lines will be cutted by a transversal? So the first type of angle is, which we called pair of corresponding angle. Pair of corresponding angles. So what are corresponding angles? Which angles we will call as corresponding angle? So I think you all have studied about all these angles: corresponding, co-interior, alternate in class 7th and class 8 itself. So let us revise those angles. So what are corresponding or pair of corresponding angles in this particular figure? So first is angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 5, they are called as corresponding angles. Angle 1 and angle 5. Similarly, second is angle 4 and angle 8. Angle 4 and angle 8. These are the pairs of corresponding angle. Similarly, there will be 2 and 6. Angle 2 and angle 6. This is a pair of corresponding angle. And the next one will be 3 and 7. Angle 3 and angle 7, it will be the pair of corresponding angles. So there are four pairs of corresponding angle: 1 and 5, 4 and 8, 3 and 7, 2 and 6. So these are four pairs of corresponding angle. Whenever two parallel lines are cutted by a transversal, then these pair of angles are called corresponding angle. Okay. Now the second thing is, the first is corresponding angle. Then second one is alternate interior angles. So what are alternate interior angles? Alternate interior angles. So what are these angles? Alternate interior angles. So the first is 3 and 5. Angle 3 and angle 5 in this figure is alternate angle, and second one is angle 4 and angle 6. These are two pair of alternate interior angles. Okay, so how will you identify an alternate angle? There is a simple identity. Whenever a figure is formed like the shape of Z, in this shape, these are two parallel lines, and one more thing, parallel lines are represented by arrow. Whenever there are arrow on two lines, it means those two lines are parallel lines. Okay, so if there is a figure like this Z, then these two angles, the corner, they are known as alternate angle. The Z may be like this shape or it may be like this shape. Okay, we can say it also a Z-like shape. So whenever there is a shape like Z, then these two angles of the corners are called alternate angles. So if we see this figure, this is forming a Z. So angle 3 and angle 5 are here. Angle 3, angle 5 are alternate angles, alternate interior angles. Similarly, if we take this figure, there is a figure 4 and 6. We can take it like this figure. So this is our angle 4 and this is angle 6. So these two angles are also alternate interior angles. Okay, so you all have studied about all these angles. I am just revising this thing for you. So note it down also. So these are alternate angles. Now the next one is co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. Co-interior means the full form is consecutive interior angles. So which pair of angles are called co-interior angles? Angle 4 and angle 5. In this figure, angle 4, this angle and this angle, this pair is called the pair of co-interior angles. Similarly, angle 3 and angle 6. Angle 3 and angle 6 is called the co-interior angles. Okay, so basically there are three types of angles. First one was corresponding angle, then alternate angle, then co-interior angles. So these three angles at least you should know, and we have already studied about adjacent pair of angle and vertically opposite angles. Okay, so these are different types of angles which are formed when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. Now we come to an axiom. We are coming to an axiom, that is corresponding angle axiom. Okay, corresponding angle axiom. So first thing is that what is an axiom? What do you mean by axiom? Basically there are three things in mathematics: axiom, postulate and theorem. Okay, we will discuss in detail all these things in chapter Euclid Geometry, but for the time being you should know what is axiom. Axiom is an statement. Axiom is a proven statement with the help of which we can prove other statement. Okay, axiom need not to be proved. Okay, we will not prove the axiom. It is a proven statement, and with the help of axiom we will prove some other statement. Okay, so what is corresponding angle axiom? Note it down. It is if a transversal cuts two parallel lines if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. Each pair of corresponding angles are equal. This is our corresponding angle axiom. Okay, this is a proven statement. This can be proved practically. Axiom, we can say that axiom is a proven statement and it is proved with practical. On the practical basis, axiom is proved, and with the help of those axiom, we can prove other statements. So, if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles are equal. This is our corresponding angle axiom. And you have to learn this axiom because you will write this statement in many of the cases when you will prove some other statement. Okay, so this is our first statement of corresponding angle axiom. Or in the other way, we can say that if a transversal cuts two parallel lines, and making a pair of corresponding angles equal, then the lines will be parallel. So if there is no parallel line, if a transversal cut two lines, okay, these are two lines only, then if corresponding angles are equal, then we will say that the lines will be parallel. This statement is the converse of first statement. So you can say it, if you have given this figure, we have given these two parallel lines. If parallel lines are given, then what will happen? Then corresponding angles will be equal. This angle will be equal to this angle. Okay, if you have already given the parallel lines, then you will simply write it down that by corresponding angle axiom, these two angles will be equal. But sometimes the line, it will not be given that the lines are parallel. In this figure, you have given the lines are parallel, but sometimes you will be given two lines and you have to prove those line parallels. In this figure, it is given these lines are parallel, then these angles will be equal. But sometimes you have to prove two lines parallel, and whenever you have to prove two lines parallel, then what we will do? We will prove corresponding angle equal. We will prove here these two angles are equal. Since these two angles are equal and they are corresponding angles, it means these lines will be parallel. Okay, both the things are converse of each other. Whenever we have to prove corresponding angle equal, then we will simply write by corresponding angle axiom. If the lines are parallel, then corresponding angles are equal. But if we have to prove its converse, means if we have to prove the lines are parallel, we have to prove it. Then if the corresponding angles are given equal, then we will say by converse of corresponding angle axiom, these lines are parallel. This particular statement is also known as converse of corresponding. This is known as converse of corresponding angle axiom. Okay, so in the heading you can write it here, converse of corresponding angle axiom, and this is the statement of this converse of corresponding angle axiom. So note down both the statement. This is our corresponding angle axiom and this is converse of corresponding angle axiom. Note it down. Now with the help of these axioms, corresponding angle axiom and converse of corresponding angle axiom, we will prove two important theorems which you already know. I think you have studied in class 8th also, that the alternate interior angles are equal when the lines are parallel, and the sum of co-interior angle is 180 degree when two lines are parallel. So let us start the proving of these two theorems. The first theorem is, these theorems will be proved with the help of axioms. So we are coming to next theorem. Before this we have done, I think, 2 theorem or 3 theorem. You will number it yourself, whatever theorem we have already completed. So this is our next theorem. Theorem is, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then alternate angles are equal. Okay, then alternate angles are equal, or you can say then each pair of alternate angles are equal. Okay, so this is our statement which we have to prove. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate angles are equal. So whenever we have to prove a theorem, the first thing is we have to draw the figure. So let us draw the figure. Suppose we have given these two lines, two parallel lines. Let us suppose these lines are AB, first line, and another line is CD, and these two are the parallel lines which we will represent by an arrow. With these arrow we can say that these two lines are parallel. And a transversal, if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, so let us draw one transversal also. So let us consider this is our transversal P and Q. Okay, so what we will write in given? First statement, first step is to write the given. Whenever we have to prove any theorem or we have to prove any other question, then we have to write 3 main steps: given, to prove, and proof. If there is any construction, then we will write the construction also. So here in this question, what is given? We will write in given AB parallel to CD. These are two parallel lines, so we will simply write AB parallel to CD, and PQ is transversal. PQ is transversal. So this is given. Now what we have to prove? Then each pair of alternate angles are equal. So first let us mark the angles. So let us consider angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, and angle 8. So we have already discussed what are the alternates angle in this figure. So alternate angles are 3 and 5, 4 and 6. These are two pair of alternate angles. So we have to prove that each pair of alternate angles are equal. It means what we will write in to prove. So we have to prove angle 3 is equal to angle 5 and angle 4 is equal to angle 6. We have to prove this. Angle 3 equal to angle 5, angle 4 equals to angle 6. So now let us start the proving. We don't need any construction here. So we will just start with the proof. So we have already studied corresponding angle axiom and converse of corresponding angle axiom. We have studied two axiom, and I have already told you what is the main purpose of axiom. Axiom is used to prove another statement. So the axioms which we have already used, which we have already studied, we will use in this theorem. So what was the axiom? If two parallel lines are there and a transversal cuts two parallel lines, then corresponding angles are equal. So first we will take what are the corresponding angles in this figure. So we can write angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Why? We will write here, since corresponding angle axiom. Write in short, corresponding angle will be denoted by this symbol, corresponding angle axiom. Okay, you can write in this way, corresponding angle axiom. Now we have already studied vertically opposite angle also. So what is the vertically opposite of angle 1? Angle 1 and angle 3 are vertically opposite because these are two intersecting lines. So we can write here angle 1 is equal to angle 3, since they are vertically opposite angles. Okay, so let us consider this equation as equation number 1 and this equation as equation number 2. Now we can say from equation 1 and equation 2, the left hand side of both the equation is same. So whenever we have given two equation and left hand side is same, then right hand side is also same. So from equation 1 and 2, what we will get? This is 1, this is also 1, it means 5 will be equal to angle 3. So from equation 1 and equation 2 we get angle 5 is equal to angle 3. This is the first thing which we have to prove. So we proved the first statement. Okay. Now similarly, if we start from other side, that we have to prove 4 and 6. So what are second pair of corresponding angle? Angle 2 is equal to angle 6. We will take those pair of corresponding angle which we have to prove in the question. So in the question we have to prove 4 is equal to 6. So 6 is an angle, and what is its corresponding angle? Its corresponding angle is 2. So we can write now angle 2 is equal to angle 6, and again we will write here corresponding angle axiom. Okay, corresponding angle axiom. And we can see here 2 is equal to 4 by vertically opposite angle. Angle 2 is equal to angle 4 since they are vertically opposite angles. So if we consider this equation as equation number 3 and equation number 4, so what we will write now? We will write here from equation 3 and 4. LHS is same, so RHS will also be same. So we will write angle 6 is equal to angle 4. And it is also proved because we have to prove this statement also. So in this way we have proved both the pairs of corresponding angles are equal. Both the pairs of alternate angles are equal, and we have used here corresponding angle axiom in both the cases. Understood? So it is very simple. You have to use the axiom as per your convenience. Which axiom can you use here? So note it down. Now coming to the next theorem. So I am taking the same figure, I am not drawing the figure. So what is the statement of this theorem? Now the theorem is if a transversal intersect two parallel lines, then each pair of co-interior angles are supplementary. Each pair of co-interior angles are supplementary. Okay. So again, the first thing is same. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, so first we will draw the figure. I am taking the same figure here also. We have given AB and CD two parallel lines, and PQ is a transversal which is intersecting both these lines. So first we will write in given. What is given? AB is parallel to CD and PQ is transversal. This is given by the figure. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that then each pair of co-interior angles are supplementary. Each pair of co-interior angles are supplementary. So we have already discussed what are co-interior angles. So what are co-interior angles? These two angles 4 and 5 are co-interior. 3 and 6 are co-interior. So we have to prove that angle 3 and angle 6 are supplementary. And what do you mean by supplementary angles? The angles whose sum is 180 degree. So supplementary angles are 3 and 6. And co-interior angles are 3 and 6. And we have to prove them supplementary. So supplementary means their sum should be equal to 180 degree. So we will write here angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. This is our first thing which we have to prove. And second pair of co-interior angle is 4 and 5. So we have to prove angle 4 plus angle 5 is also equal to 180 degree. So we have to prove these two things. Angle 3 plus angle 6 180, angle 4 plus angle 5 180, because they are supplementary. We have to prove them supplementary. Okay. So again we are going to start the proof with that particular axiom, corresponding angle axiom. So what can we take here? We have studied about, because we have to prove 180 degree. So from where we will start? We have studied the linear pair of angles. And in linear pair of angle, we have studied that the sum of linear pair of angle is 180 degree. And here we have to prove it 180 degree. It means we will start from the linear pair. So first we will take which two angles are linear pair, and we will take those angles which we have to prove in the question also. So here if we see the first thing, there is angle 3 plus angle 6. So when we will get angle 3, this is angle 3 and this is angle 6. But we have to take linear pair. So what is the linear pair of 3? It is 2. So we can write in the first step angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree, because these two angles are linear pair. So we will write here, since they are linear pair, and consider them as equation number 1. So angle 2 plus angle 3 is 180 degree. But we have already studied what is corresponding angle. What are corresponding angle? So 2 and 6 are corresponding, because we have to bring here 6. Here it is 2. So we can take angle 2 is equal to angle 6, because these two angles are corresponding angles. So now we will use corresponding angle axiom. So angle 2 is equal to angle 6, since corresponding angle axiom. This is our equation number 2. Now if we put the value of angle 2 from equation 2 in equation 1. So we will write it here. Put value of angle 2 from equation 2 in equation 1. We are putting the value of angle 2 from this equation into first equation. So what we will get? At the place of 2 we can put 6. So we will get angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. So this is our first proof. So we have proved the first pair of co-interior angle. Similarly, we can prove second pair also. So let us prove the second pair. What we will write? Here it is angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. This is again linear pair. So we will write here, since these are linear pair, let us consider them equation number 3. Okay. So 1 plus 4 is 180. And what is, we have to prove here 4 plus 5. And we know that 1 and 5 are corresponding. So we will write here angle 1 is equal to angle 5, since they are corresponding angles. So this is our equation number 4. So again put the value of angle 1 in from equation 4 in equation 3. Put angle 1 from equation 4 in equation 3. So what we will get? We will get here, it will be angle, at the place of 1 we will put 5, so it will be 5 plus 4. So angle 5 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. This is also proved, which we have to prove. This is second part of the proof. Okay, so we proved whenever two parallel lines are cut by transversal, then the sum of co-interior angles is 180 or they are supplementary. So note it down also. Now coming to the next theorem. Now we are coming to the converse of these two theorems. Like we studied the converse of corresponding angle axiom. So now we have to prove the theorem based on converse of corresponding angle axiom. So till now we have given two parallel lines. Now we have to prove, we will not be given the parallel lines, we have to prove the lines parallel. Next theorem is, if a transversal intersect two lines, making a pair of alternate angle, angles equal, then two lines are parallel. So first read the statement very carefully. What is given? If a transversal intersect two lines, not parallel lines, we are given two lines making a pair of alternate angles equal. Means transversal cuts two lines in such a way that the alternate angles so form are equal. Then we have to prove that those two lines are parallel to each other. So since we have to prove them parallel, so let us draw them parallel. But we will not consider them parallel, but we will draw two parallel lines because we have to prove them parallel. So you initiate from this particular thing which you have already given, which you have to prove the lines are parallel. So you draw the lines already parallel, but we will not consider them parallel, we will prove them parallel. So let us consider two lines AB and CD and transversal PQ, like in the previous theorems. But now what will you write in the given? In the given you will write two lines AB and CD and transversal PQ. Okay. Here we have not written AB parallel to CD because it is not given. So we have just written two lines AB and CD and transversal PQ. And one more thing is given. What is given? Making a pair of alternate angles equal. So first let us take angles again. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in this figure, what are alternate angle? Pair of alternate angle. So we know angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate angle. So it is given to us. Making pair of alternate angle equal. It means it is given that alternate angles are equal. So we will take these angle equal. Angle 3 is equal to angle 5. It is given. And another angle is angle 4 is equal to angle 6. So all these things are given in the statement. Okay. We have given two lines, a transversal and pair of alternate angles are equal. Okay. These things are given in this statement. Now what we have to prove? Then two lines are parallel. We have to prove the lines are parallel. It means we have to prove AB is parallel to CD. This we have to prove now. So as we have already discussed, whenever we have to prove two lines parallel, then we will always use converse of corresponding angle axiom. And what is converse of corresponding angle axiom? If a pair of corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. This is simply converse of corresponding angle axiom. So what basically we have to do here? We have to prove this line parallel. It means we have to prove corresponding angle equal. If we can prove the corresponding angle equal, then we will simply write by converse of corresponding angle axiom, these two lines are parallel. So the basic step which we have to prove here is we have to prove corresponding angle equal. So let us start. So what are the corresponding angles here? 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3, 7, 4, 8. So we can, if we can prove any pair, any one pair of corresponding angle equal, then automatically all the other pairs will be equal and the lines will be parallel. So basically you have to prove only one pair of corresponding angle equal. So let us start with the proof. So what is given? We have given angle 3 is equal to angle 5. We will start from the given. What is given? Angle 3 is equal to angle 5. It is given. And we know that these two lines are intersecting, so angle 3 will be equal to angle 1 by vertically opposite angle. So we can write here angle 3 is equal to angle 1 because of vertically opposite angle. So let us consider it equation number 1 and equation number 2. Now from these two equations, LHS is equal, it means RHS will also be equal. So we can write here equating equation 1 and 2. What we will get? We will get angle 5 is equal to angle 1. Okay, so angle 5 is equal to angle 1. Now we have got what we have got? Angle 5 equal to angle 1, and we know that angle 5 and angle 1 both are, these are a pair of corresponding angle. And since these angles are equal, it means lines will be parallel by converse of corresponding angle axiom. But this thing we have to write in the statement. So how will you write it? Angle 5 equal to angle 1. Now you will write here, but angle 5 and angle 1 are corresponding angles. Angle 5 and angle 1 are corresponding angles. Hence by corresponding angle axiom, not by corresponding angle axiom, hence by converse of corresponding angle axiom. Hence by converse of corresponding angle axiom, what we will prove? We can prove AB is parallel to CD. Only you have to write this statement because corresponding angles are equal, and whenever corresponding angles are equal, then by converse of corresponding angle axiom we can say the lines are parallel. So AB will be parallel to CD. So this is the proof of this third theorem. So note down this theorem. Now the last theorem. Now coming to the next theorem. If a transversal intersect two lines in such a way that a pair of co-interior angles are supplementary. are supplementary, then lines are parallel. Okay, so again you have same thing is given. You have given the pair of co-interior angle are supplementary and you have to prove the same thing, lines are parallel. So we will prove it in the same way because we have to prove the parallel lines. So we will proceed with the converse of corresponding angle axiom. So first, what is given? Two line AB and CD and transversal PQ, and what is given? So given will be changed only and proof will change. So let us do it fast because now you have understood the concept. So what is given? Two lines AB and CD, transversal PQ, and what is given? Co-interior angles are supplementary. It means we have given angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree and angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree. These all things we have given. And what we have to prove? We have to prove AB is parallel to CD. So again, since we have to prove AB parallel to CD, it means we will use converse of corresponding angle axiom. Whenever we have proved two lines parallel, so remember you have to use converse of corresponding angle axiom. So we will again start from the given statement. What is given? Angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. It is given. Okay. Now, angle 3 and angle 6, their sum is 180. And we can write also angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 because they are linear pair. Angle 3 plus angle 2, it will also be equal to 180 degree by linear pair. So this is our equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Now again if we see, right hand side of both the equation is same. It is also 180, it is also 180. So by equating equation 1 and 2, what we will get? Angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 2. Now this angle 3 will be cancelled out. We will get angle 6 is equal to angle 2. This is angle 6 and this is angle 2. And we can see here these 6 and 2 are corresponding angles. So again we will write the same statement. You will write, since angle 6 and angle 2 are corresponding angles, hence by converse of corresponding angle axiom, what can we write? AB is parallel to CD. Hence by converse of corresponding angle axiom, AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so whenever you have to prove two lines parallel, we will use converse of corresponding angle axiom. So in this video we have discussed all the types of angle, corresponding, alternate and co-interior. We will study the properties. Basically what these theorems are, the properties of these angles. So you have to learn these statements. You should remember these things because these all the particular things will be used in questions based on these exercises. Okay, so from the next video we will solve the question based on these theorems.